What is going on, everybody? This is the Built for War podcast. I am your host, Austin Trotter, accompanied by not one, but two co-hosts today.
Dos más?
Yeah. We got the regular Schmo Joe, Michael Musick.
What's up, Strength Freaks?
And then we got another special guest. And if you guys are watching the YouTube video, which you should be,
That's right.
you'll notice that we're not in our studio.
No, where are we?
That's right. We're at Barratt Strength.
There we are.
Oh.
Want to introduce yourself real quick?
I am Strongman Brando on Instagram and Brandon Barratt. I am RosaLinda Barratt's husband. And this is our facility that we kind of started from ground zero. We built everything up from the garage and just over a span of 3 years, and it accumulated so much that we had to start putting stuff in storage and really kind of like using every square inch of the gym to make it, reasonable for more than one person to be in there.
Yeah,
at a time.
absolutely.
And so like we were almost forced into the situation really, but this is where we're at, and we're ready to get the ball rolling in this facility now. So
It's a good way to be,
yeah,
man.
Absolutely.
definitely.
Well, before we get started, of
Yep.
course, we got to thank our latest and greatest sponsors of the podcast.
That's right.
First one going to be Barratt Strength USA.
Summer Strength.
Started in 2012, making sure that strongmen and powerlifters have everything that they need gear-wise
That's
to
right.
compete.
Nice.
That's right.
Every single one of us in here is basically decked out in Cerberus whenever it comes to comps.
Oh yeah.
So-
Yeah, I've seen it.
Oh, yeah.
If you guys want to save yourself 10% off, make sure to use that B4WAR code at checkout. That'll save you 10% off.
That's right.
And we're not going to do an item of the day today
No.
because we want to get into the bread and butter, the meat and potatoes of this.
That's right.
Our second sponsor of the podcast is going to be Premier TRT and Med Spa in Thornton, Colorado.
Yep.
Very nice.
Make sure to go get your blood work done.
Seriously, we talk about this all the time.
Their information will
All
be
the
in the
time.
bio
That's
below. And just give them a call. Free 30-minute free consultation. Free. Go do it because it's free. Of course, the services are going to charge money, but the consultation's free. Just go in there. Get your blood work
Seriously.
done. Make sure you check on your body because your body's not checking on you.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Good.
that was swinging.
You're right on the book.
Dude, I'm on top of it
Right
sometimes.
now.
Mike, you got anything else?
No, it's just I was so impressed with everything that you're saying. You're just flinging that, swinging that.
I think it's the change of
I think so.
environment.
Man. We're not quite in our home base, but I like that.
Yeah.
I didn't have
Nice.
anything to add. It was like facts,
Yeah.
facts.
You could have almost dropped a beat.
Dude, I know. Wait until we get the thing, man.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
no, for real, yeah. As we always promote, Premier TRT and Med Spa, guys. 30 minutes could save like literally your entire future and your career if you guys want anything to do with not only your health but your strength aspirations. So
Nice.
make sure you guys check those guys out. It's free. So.
Yeah.
Cool.
But let's get down into this nitty gritty.
Let's get into the nitty
Let's
gritty.
get down into this.
Mr. Brando,
I'm ready.
you're ready.
Yes.
Yes.
So let's get a little quick learn about you. How
Okay.
old are you? What do you do?
All right.
Where are you
Um,
from?
I'm 33.
Okay.
I'm from California, Lake Tahoe, California, so up in the mountains
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
where it snows. And let's see, a little bit about me, right? We want to know kind of
Who are you? Who is this man?
Yeah, I kind of came
Who
out
is
of
you?
nowhere and competed at a
I
show.
know.
So
Yeah.
growing up, I grew up in California and very active there. So there's a lot
Okay.
of mountain biking, a lot of snowboarding, skateboarding, things like that. I did all of it as a kid. So always been active,
Right.
always been building stuff, working with my hands. So from there, I lived there till I was about 10 years old. And then I moved to Laramie, Wyoming, where my
Oh, okay.
family, kind of my mom's side of
Okay.
the family is. Yeah. Lived there for about 3 years. And then my mom met my stepdad,
Mhm.
and he lives in Fort Collins. So we moved from Laramie to Fort
guys
Collins.
just-
Yeah.
You came
Yes,
over
you-
east
Yeah,
and then just
yeah.
kept going south.
That's why nobody knows me.
Right,
I'm
right.
just on the move. But no, I lived there lived in Laramie for 3 years, and then lived in Fort Collins all through middle school, high school, things like that. My first job was kind of concrete work. That's where my roots are at.
Okay,
Construction.
okay.
And doing all the labor work, hauling wheelbarrows
Yep.
full of rock.
You're built
and-
for it,
yeah.
man.
Absolutely.
At a young age, man. rewind a little bit. When I was 13, I helped volunteer to build a church in Laramie.
Sick.
That's awesome.
It was summer vacation. All the kids were out doing whatever. And across the street, I saw them digging holes. And I was like, oh, man. So I went over there from the beginning,
Yeah.
you know, just standing there watching them dig
Yeah.
holes. I was 11 years old at the time.
Okay.
And they were like, hey, where's your parents? You know, I'm just over there by myself. Just, who is this kid? You know, like, but I was literally right across the street. So I said right over there, you know, and
Yeah.
I would just go there every day, every morning and just watch them. And eventually they were like, hey, if we get permission, do you want to help us build this church? And it was all volunteer based. So
Yeah.
all of these elders would build this church and everything was basically donated. So
Okay.
I jumped on that. So that really molded me as a kid
Yeah.
strongly
Yeah.
in the construction field and stuff like that. So from there, fast forward again, we're in Fort Collins, still kind of doing the construction gig through high school, things like that to get by, you know.
Yeah.
I moved out right when I was 18, so I had to pay the bills and everything.
yeah.
And then construction eventually moved to the gym life, and I was a housekeeper at a gym. So I'd do the laundry,
Yeah.
wash all the towels,
Hell
clean
yeah.
equipment, clean mirrors.
Sick.
I was just living the dream, man, you know,
Yeah.
just in the gym all day long. And I was obviously a member there. So
Right.
I've been lifting since I was about 13 as well. So
Okay.
the construction along with the lifting and things like that.
Well,
so
I mean, shit, digging holes is lifting in
yeah,
itself.
so
so.
seriously, yeah, the labor has all that for you,
Yeah.
for sure. So that's where I actually met Linda. Saw her working out on the hamstring curl machine while I was cleaning the pool windows.
Just getting ready to say,
Yeah.
he's that creepy guy.
Yeah. No,
He was washing it from the outside.
That's what it was. I was on the other side. She was on the inside.
Soap in it.
Yeah. I was sure to be at that window at the same
Every-
time.
yeah. Brandon, you've cleaned that window 6 times
Right,
today.
yeah. My arm's sore. Yeah.
yeah. No, I think it's a little dirty still.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I do see something. But yeah, so I met Linda there.
Right.
She had her daughter, Veda. She's 4 now.
Okay.
Or she was 4. Sorry, she's 15 now. And everything kind of just like went from there, man. That's where my
Wow.
life kind of like really blew up. And man, so like we've been all over the place too, Linda and I, like from apartment to apartment, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
eventually worked our way up to renting houses and things like that. But it was a bumpy ride, man.
100%.
I'm gonna get into it just a little bit because it's big
Yeah.
with me. But
Absolutely.
Whatever you want to
yeah.
talk about, dude, talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I was 18, I got diagnosed with bipolar.
Okay.
So that's a huge part of Linda and I's relationship and why we've been through so much, just
Mhm.
because I wasn't taking my medication.
Okay.
So I actually had a couple manic episodes that really did damage to our relationship.
Okay.
And,
Yeah.
you know, and eventually, you know, I realized that I need to be on the medication in order to function fully. There's just no getting away from
Right.
that for me, you know, and I
Mhm.
realized just by doing that small mistake, not taking my medicine, like, you know, just at the beginning of the podcast, we're talking about getting your blood checked,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Keeping your health. in
Taking
check.
care of yourself.
Taking care of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't take care of yourself, you're not going anywhere.
Yeah.
You know? So eventually I accepted that, okay, I need to be on the medication. Now our life's stable.
Good,
And now we can
good.
just kind of work at full capacity, you know?
Absolutely.
Fucking
So,
rad.
yeah.
Yeah.
So,
About as stable as it can be with
yeah, you got to be a little bit crazy.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you're not
Definitely.
progressing if you're
Right.
not comfortable.
It comes natural.
Yeah.
So it's a balance, right?
Exactly.
But yeah, so Linda and I kind of always had this like entrepreneur kind of mindset.
Yeah.
So when we were, you know, kind of further along in our careers, like I would mostly work. I was the main income.
Okay.
I would do apartment maintenance. That was kind of what my thing was. And I did that for about 10 years, and then commercial maintenance. So
Mhm.
a lot of labor work, a lot of hours. I was
Mhm.
on call, things like that.
Ugh.
And meanwhile, she has always watched kids.
Okay.
That's her gift, man.
Yeah.
The
Right.
kids love her, and I can see it. The parents can see it. Everybody can see it. So, you know, these kids will come running up to her like, "I love you, I love you." You know,
Yeah.
it's cool to see. So that's what she was doing. I was doing my side of it, and honestly, getting really beat. You
Yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
really beat. And on call was a huge part of that.
Oh, huge.
I
That's
you know
terrible.
like I remember going to Linda's mom's birthday, and getting called in 10 minutes into sitting down. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
you know, and it's like if you say something about it, then you're gonna get a call.
100%.
So you
Yeah.
gotta like
Yep.
not say it.
Yeah.
You're on the way to a family function. You're like, watch, I'm gonna get
I'm gonna
there.
get that
Yeah.
call.
We're gonna get there, and I'm gonna get called
Yeah,
in.
or it's like somebody else like, hey, are you on call today? It's
Yeah,
like,
and then don't
Bring.
say that.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I had to leave 4 times that night. I didn't eat my food,
Oh,
took the
man.
food home, and yeah, just water leaking through somebody's
Jeez.
apartment, and just it was poly piping for their like sink lines and stuff
Oh, okay.
like that.
Yeah.
So, you know, real flexible, easy to work with, shark bites, fix it up real quick. And
Yeah.
it was just a pain, man. That in the winter times, the pipes would freeze all the time. There's so many on calls that I would get that it just eventually like took its toll on me mentally as well.
Right.
So I was like, I got away from that for a little bit while she was still watching kids. And then I moved on up to like commercial maintenance. So I would maintain 40 properties in the Springs that were mine. I would do electrical, you know, change out ballast, plumbing, bunch of basic stuff. Big office buildings have little kitchenettes, so unclog, you know, garbage disposals, just real
handyman
stuff.
service.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So it was nice because I got a gas check every month. It was the most I was ever making, and then and then I went to school for a week to get tested to test roustabouts, backflows.
Okay.
I used to be a roustabout too for a little while.
That's
there,
hard
but
work.
It is, man.
It is.
That's
Super
hard
hard
work.
Dreading the pipe all the time.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I got certified to test backflows, and so that bumped my pay up a little bit.
Yep.
But with all this responsibility, just came so much stress.
Yeah.
And then,
Well, and it's hard being the guy because, you know, as the guy, like obviously it's a super traditional role, but normally the wife plays the mom
yeah,
because they're just naturally good at it.
yeah,
And
Yeah.
as the guy, I mean, we're just the providers.
yeah.
We're the
That's-
security and the providers. And it gets a little hard after a certain amount of time because
man.
it's so easy to get run down
Yeah.
doing the nonchalant shit
Yeah.
every single
Yeah.
day.
waking up early, everything, you know
Yeah.
the deal. And it definitely set us up well. So, you know, I feel like everything was just falling into place and I didn't even know it, you know?
Yeah.
So like eventually, so I was working this job and I got just properties starting to fall off my list. And I had a Pueblo property and I'd go out to Pueblo once a week, every Wednesday. And that was kind of my favorite day, man. I'd get a sweet little drive, you know, like eat up some clock, and,
Hell
you know, get paid. And
absolutely. Just
right,
sit on chill, fucking turn
Yeah.
on the music,
Right.
turn on the
Yeah.
cruise control, just chill.
exactly. Yeah, log into Shaw Elite Club and watch his Q&As live.
Yeah.
But no, man, it was a good job. But yeah, my property started falling off, and I was like, what the heck is this? You know? And so meanwhile, somebody had gotten hired on as a tech finally after us trying to find somebody to fit the job, and he was getting my properties, and these are properties I've had for like a year, and it kind of like made me sour a little bit.
Right.
And the reason it did is because nobody said anything. It's like, oh, you're not going to Pueblo anymore.
So it felt like a stab in the
Yeah.
back instead of, hey,
Yeah.
we're going to help you out so
Yeah.
you don't have to travel.
Yeah. So I got to know the guy a little bit, found out how much he made. He made more than I did when I got hired, and I'm more qualified. And I was like, oh, this is not good. And I'm talking, I was making 18 for a year, and he was making 22. So at the end, I was like, I need a raise. Like with this backflow certification, I should be making in the 20s easy.
Yeah.
Because we not even kidding, we test 1,000 backflows in a year.
Holy
So some
shit.
apartment complexes have upwards of 100 backflows.
Yeah.
So, you know, we hit backflows in Denver for 2 days, all day long, you know, long days. And so, you know, just thinking about that, you know, you should be getting paid more. So I looked it up, you know, how much, you know, a backflow tester is, you know, certified.
Someone who's certified in
How
it,
much are they making? And it was in the 20s. So I went to him and I was like, hey, you know, I don't know why I never said anything, but you know, you guys have been treating me good. These gas checks are like $600 cash gas checks. They're basically reimbursement. So tax free, here's $600. So I'm like, not complaining.
Right.
Twice a month, I get an extra $1,200 for gas. you
Yeah.
know? So anyways, I left making 26 an hour But I left because Linda was like, you know what? I can tell you're stressed. I can see it in your face, you know, and you know, it's easy to recognize when somebody's really burnt
100%,
out.
right?
It's almost instant. It's like,
Yeah.
whoa, dude, you okay?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So she was like, come work with me. And meanwhile, she had been working with one of her friends that wasn't quite, I don't want to say this rude. I don't know if somehow she happens to hear this podcast. She didn't fit the job.
Okay.
And it was causing me stress too, because I'd get calls like, hey, this is going on. It's like,
Yeah.
are you kidding me?
Oh.
This is your friend. I can't believe she's not showing up. I can't believe she's taking all these breaks. And I'm like, all right, well, we need to do something, you know. So I for weeks, about a couple weeks, I was like, let me just come work with you. you know?
Yeah.
And this was mid-COVID.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
So yeah, so already everything's down in the dumps.
Yeah.
It seems like every day is a cloudy day, and it's
Yep.
like, you know, I'm just out there on the streets driving. There's hardly anybody there. It's
Yeah.
like, whoa, this is weird, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The radio's all negative, like, you know. So I'm just in this little like cloud, like this gray cloud, and you know, she tells me, you know, come work with me, and I just like something snapped, and you know, I worked with her, and I liked it. You know, I love kids. I've always been around kids. I kind of grew up in the Boys and Girls Club as a kid.
Okay.
Same.
Did you?
Yeah.
Nice. Great place, man. It
Oh,
kept me
yeah.
out of trouble. There's so much to do.
Mm.
So I was used to that. I was used to being around all kinds of kids. So I actually love it.
Yeah.
So kind of back to your question, like what do I do now? I'm a full-time childcare, you know, assistant. And,
Yeah.
Sick.
and I own the gym and with my wife, and then I coach. But yeah, kind of full circle. That's, you know, what it all came down to. And I think mid-COVID, when I realized that I was at home and I had all this time, and I had to wake up still, but I
Yeah,
wasn't
sure.
so obligated to be up at 4:30 in the morning, you know. So I started collecting gym equipment. I bought a few things, and I think what I bought was the dumbbell set here, and then the Hack and Smith squat machine, and then a few other things. And I was like, man, this is addicting.
Yeah.
I want
Oh,
more,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And then I bought that half rack over there. It's just a cap brand. I think
Yep.
that's a
Okay.
Walmart
Yep.
brand
Yeah, yeah.
rack. So it's made it through all of this.
Hell yeah.
So it'll have its
Hey,
place over
it's
there.
still here.
Yeah. I might have to support it a little bit, give
Yeah.
it a little bit of structure.
But
But yeah, so I started collecting things, and then what happened was I was kind of bored. I wanted something to do.
Mm.
And so bodybuilding was kind of my foundation, I guess you would say.
Right.
Is a lot of people's. I feel
Most
like,
of us, yeah.
I was gonna say, because nobody just goes, "Hey, I think I'm gonna do strongman."
No,
Right.
yeah.
Like normally,
Yeah.
you're like, "I want to look better. I want to feel better.
Yeah,
Like, I want
yeah.
to be Jay Cutler,
Yeah.
Rich Piano,
Right. And then
And-
that's before you realize, you know, what it takes to get there. It's like, why am I not getting there? You know, it's like,
Yeah,
so
I'm not eating 6,000
Right.
clean. You know,
yeah, exactly. No.
Yeah.
And so meanwhile, like in the back of my mind, I kind of knew what strongman was, but I didn't know it was for everybody. I didn't know that you could do that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about Tyler Stickle.
Yeah.
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 Okay, so he's my mentor, and I knew him back when I lived in Fort Collins. He lived there too.
Yep.
And he and Brian actually trained around that time Brian was coming up. And so this whole time I knew Tyler, and I've been to a few of his shows locally, and I was like, man, this is cool, man. I
Yeah.
like that. You know, and he was at the time like 300 pounds, and I just thought he was the coolest man walking,
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
And he was always winning, and I was like, man, I want to do that, you know, and it just never stuck.
Yeah.
And then I'm leaving out a big part that's kind of important. So back in Fort Collins, my uncle and I tried to open a gym,
Okay.
and it lasted about 2 months.
Oh.
So the difference between this gym and that gym is there was no community built. We were building a dream that didn't have any foundation.
100%.
Yep.
So it didn't last. And at that time, Tyler was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get Brian Shaw over there. And
Yeah.
I was super pumped, but at the same time, I didn't know. I still didn't know what strongman was.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
didn't know you could do it. I even went to you guys know Elliot Holst?
No.
No,
I don't
okay.
think so.
He used to compete in strongman. and he was out in Florida and he had a strength camp, and I didn't know, but it was a strongman strength camp.
Okay.
You know, so like it's all thrown at me. I feel like I should have recognized this a long time ago. And then mid-COVID, I'm like, all right, I'm going to do it. And I talked to Tyler. I was like, what should I do? It's like, I got a yoke for sale. You want to buy it? So I bought the yoke.
Like, hell yeah.
That's what started it all. So, and then mid 2020, I signed up for Battle of the Beast in Brighton.
Oh yeah, in Brighton, right?
Yeah. Were you guys?
I was there. I think
so many people were there, and I was like, that was Alex Kelly's first show.
Yeah.
I didn't know that till recently. I was like, man, and Brittany, right?
Yep.
I was like, what the heck? This is crazy.
That was a lot of people's first show.
Yeah, it was. And it was a good show, man. It was in the back alley.
Yeah, and a little in between all those. Yep.
Yeah, that was cool. So that was my first show. And then I remember Justin Menny was there with his brother, and I won the novice, and there was only 3 of us. But, you know.
Hey, a win's a win.
I won, and he's like, welcome to the open class. And I didn't know what that meant. But open, you know, that's what stuck in my head.
What are you talking about?
So I go to register for my next show, and it's Tournament of Titans, and I just remembered open.
Yeah,
and I was like, okay, well, I'll sign up as open.
Guess I have to go open now.
Yeah. And meanwhile, there's Ryan Stewart was there, Danny Murphy, Caesar,
Josh
Colton
Rigg
Smith.
was there for that one too.
Yeah, Josh, that's right.
That was awesome.
We showed up there, but him and I.
Yeah, we were competing.
Have you competed at a Titans?
Actually,
I haven't.
Neither have I.
I've been to them,
No?
but I've
Okay.
never competed at one.
I actually remember you, dude,
Yeah.
distinctly. I was deadlifting, and you were right by my side screaming at me, and I was like, "This is the coolest sport ever." Man. Like,
I don't even know this guy.
No, but he's cheering hard, you know. And I pulled that measly 500 off the ground, and that was all
right.
I
That was
had.
that deadlift ladder.
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah,
That's
that
right.
was all I had.
Yeah.
So I went straight to the open. These guys probably been competing a little bit before me. you
Yeah.
know?
Oh yeah.
And I got my ass whooped, man.
Right.
I was last place, but I do remember the last event I placed second, so I was like, all right,
Boom, there you
I'll
go.
take
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, exactly.
Zeroed.
Even though you did terrible the overall competition, getting like top 3 because your class was
That would be
stacked.
crazy. Yeah, it was.
I'm pretty sure you
that
had
year.
pretty close to 10 people in your class.
That was a stacked year
Yeah.
for sure. I think a couple didn't show up, but overall, I think there was at least 7 of us competing.
Yeah. And like when you hit top 3 in one of your events, when you're just hitting open, it's like one of the best feelings in the world.
It was. And it was a keg over bar.
Yep.
And I moved fast enough to get second.
That was the one that Brandon from Fit Gym smashed his finger on.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Somebody tore their
I was going to say that. That was what I
Yeah.
was just getting ready to say.
Yeah.
For the tiebreaker at the end and shit.
That was crazy. Yeah. Justin's been putting on good shows for a minute.
He
now.
puts on bangers.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's why I've hit every single Shamrock Showdown since the very first
definitely.
one.
We'll be there this weekend.
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah, that'll be a good time.
It's going to be good.
Yeah. And then a couple other things about that show. I just want to shout out CJ Allen. You see him doing his work in Wyoming, you know, and he's really showing up. But him and I both placed last at that show.
Sick.
So we had like some kind of connection there, you know, and we were talking
some little
about,
chip on the shoulder. Yeah.
yeah. Like, man, we're cool. you know, like we lost, but we're cool. I remember I failed the 240 log, and nowadays that's just rep
joke
work.
work.
Yeah.
It's part of the warm up.
Yeah,
It
and
is.
CJ too, man. He's pressing above 340 right now, and it's like
I know.
these guys are coming.
I was talking to him the other day,
Were you? Yeah.
and he was like, "Yeah, man, injury coming back from the injury, he's like, I'm feeling good."
Oh, he talked to you about that?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
man,
was like,
know.
"That's fucking wild."
He's a
I was
beast,
like,
man.
dude, I even told him, I was like, guys your size,
yeah,
if you look at what, and this isn't anything to bag on other people, but if you look at the work that he's putting in compared to the work that other guys are, dude, he is fucking slaughtering the work.
That's why I put him on as a coach. I kind of had a little bit of trouble there finding a coach for a little bit. Tyler will always be my mentor, but he doesn't quite know where to guide me for the heavyweight route.
Okay.
And
he's a 105.
Yeah.
You want to find guys that are in your weight class or a little above that know.
Yeah, and that's why he's still my mentor, because currently I'm still 105. Like I literally weigh like 236 probably. Right now.
So you're 105.
Yeah, so I'm
Are you
alive.
doing 5280 then?
No,
Okay.
I thought about it. I'm actually, Linda and I are going to volunteer for it.
Oh, okay.
Nice. Yeah,
Nice.
he needs some help out there, so
does,
we're going to give him some help
For sure.
Yeah, but but yeah, still kind of a middleweight messing with the heavyweights. I just something about it, man. I just want to push the weight, and I think maybe one day a 105 show is in the books, probably one of the bigger shows.
Yeah.
Maybe. But just for now, kind of having fun pushing heavyweight, and if I don't hit the weight, I don't hit the weight.
That's right. But you're never going to stop trying.
No, I think that's just going to drive me more. Right?
And that's the way it should be.
That's the way that him and I have been talking, because
Definitely.
I've always sat at 230. I'm a happy 230.
Nice.
Like I can
you could just not eat and you'll just stay 230.
Dude, I could not eat, or I could eat fucking 10,000 calories and I will stay at 230.
Yeah.
Like 230, just 105 is my shit. And I tried to force the 220 class for the longest time, and I found myself doing these water cuts that just didn't make fucking sense.
That's why I can't. That's why, if it's a USS show, I'm doing 242, because, I could cut, but I just don't want to. I want to eat what I want to eat. And I just, if the weight's heavy, I'm going to train for that heavy weight.
Well, and not only if you hit that weight and then you still go to a show, go to a national show or whatever, those weights are most likely going to be from the heavyweight to the middleweight anyways.
Yeah.
So competing at a heavyweight, you're more or less just training yourself for nationals.
Yeah, true. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so I don't see anything wrong with it, and that's probably what I'll do for the future. But yeah, kind of back to that, CJ is a great coach, and his programming has stepped up. Linda and I both, because she hired him on as a coach too. So he really knows his programming and his periodization. And with me, I was kind of coaching myself for a minute, and I just did what I wanted to do.
Exactly.
So when you're throwing stuff that somebody else gives you that you need to be doing, it changes everything.
100%.
So yeah, it's been nice.
Shit. Okay.
That's him and I have been talking about this lately too, because trying to find a coach that fits kind of your needs and your body type more or less.
Very difficult.
It's hard.
It's hard to choose a coach, because sure, I could go get half Thor Bjornson's fucking 12-week program.
Right.
Is that going to do shit for me? No.
Yeah. You got to find something that fits. And then, on top of that, our schedule, man, it's crazy. Yeah. So like what we try to do now, before our gym was in our garage, so we could just step out and be out. But now, Rebel's got to find a spot to lay and, distract herself or set up little medleys like she does.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, we're checking our peripherals just to make sure everything's good. But we still get it done, man. And I mean, we can only do what we can do at this point. I feel like we'll level out a little bit. And, kind of like what we were talking about before. I planned on doing a lot more shows this year, and I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna do them. I want to do Sunday Paper. That show means a lot to me. And then Titans, I wanted to do Titans, and then what else? So the show I am gonna do, my next show is Celtic Bison. I'm gonna go out to Travis's show and hit a max log. I've been defeated by the log lately, man. I want to break that 300 barrier.
You haven't broken it yet,
dude. I don't know what it is. I can push press 315 for reps. I can push press an axle over 300. That's the log, man.
It's where I'm at too.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Anything overhead, 300 has been my barrier. I hit 275 for just one on the axle.
Yeah.
But it was a
just
quick 275.
It's quick.
It just went up. And I'm like, 300 is there.
Yeah.
Getting 300 there, I don't know what the fuck is wrong with it.
I don't know.
300 is just one of those, it's 300.
It's like the 500
It's like the 500.
Yeah, we all worked so hard to get that 500. Almost broke our back.
Yeah, I mean, you can even do 290. Yeah. And then you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
You put 300 on and you start to get the shake.
Yeah.
You're like, shit's 300 pounds.
I think though it's been sitting so long on the back burner that when I do go for the PR, I think it'll be above 300.
Yeah, or
sure. That's what happened to my dad.
On the route of what got me past it was what you've been doing, training for heavier shows, right?
Yeah.
So eventually when you're going for these heavier shows and it's a number say it's 320 for reps.
Yeah.
Because then you're forced to, and then you kind of forget about that.
Yeah, it's I'm no longer going for
you're not going for 300. Fuck 300 because I got to get 325.
For reps.
For reps. So I had to kind of go through that same.
It's like a mental.
It's a huge mental
because the strength's there. Yeah.
The strength is there any day. And but strongman, you even have this minus thing going into your brain, shit.
Everything has
It's
to
wrong.
line up.
Like
Yeah.
it's a confidence thing. You got to
Yep.
trust in the strength.
Yep.
And you know you're putting in the work.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
you can fucking
Yeah,
do it. So just
definitely.
do the fucking thing.
Yeah,
right.
that's all you gotta do.
So
Yeah, and there's those nights that you don't expect, and it creeps up on you. And it's like
dude,
you PR through the
yeah,
roof.
it's usually the
Yeah.
nights you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
You're tired. Warm ups feel like shit, and then
Yeah.
next thing you know they're great. Or then
Yeah.
days you come in, you're like, I'm gonna fuck shit up, and then it's the worst night ever.
Yeah.
So-
Maybe that's where I'm going wrong because I haven't been drinking for a while.
that's what I mean. You got
Maybe I need to go get fucked up and have
Dude,
a hangover.
come over
Because I
hungover.
swear to God, whenever I come into the gym hungover, I hit a PR on something.
You're just not thinking about
It-
it.
well,
Dude,
yeah,
you're
I'm just
I
like,
mean,
I don't want to
literally,
post
dude,
it. Yeah.
yeah,
That's
I mean
funny.
that's strength, right? It's not just the body, it's the mind. It's
Yeah,
just
big
it's so huge. So
Yep. There was like a prime example of that is I was going for a top single on deadlifts.
mhm.
I didn't have very much time. And I think that's what did it for me. I didn't have hours to warm up for this
And
max
overthink
deadlift
it. Didn't have time
or
to
this
think.
top
Yep.
single. And I was like, I do not want to be in here late. What did I do? I put 315. No, it wasn't even 315. I put 405 on the bar. And then I put 500, and this was pretty cold.
No.
Like I had done a couple reps with 225, but I just wanted to be done.
yeah,
And I put 405, then I put 500, and I went right to 605.
nice.
I was like, I'm just gonna go,
Yeah,
Fuck
and
it.
I did, and it was like, it's just been brewing, and then it's that mental capacity.
yeah.
Like I just literally thought I'm gonna do this, so
Yeah.
I just did it,
see,
and that's what's gonna happen with my log. So Celtic Bison, I'm
Hell
looking for like 325,
Sick.
330
Sick.
range for
Sick.
sure.
That's gonna be a nasty
Yeah,
show.
I think CJ could get me there. Yeah, there's some tough.
There's some
signed
dudes
up
coming
already.
up. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Wyoming's got some.
I know.
tough
I've never
boys
done
for
that
sure.
one. I always heard about it every single year. And,
Travis puts on.
he
such
d- and
great
I love
shows.
Travis.
Yeah.
I love his shit. I've
Oh,
been
yeah.
up there. I've trained with him. Like he's
Oh,
just
nice.
he's so
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
And so
definitely.
that might be in the books this year. Either
Good.
way, I want to go out there and support and
Nice.
stuff. So
Heck yeah. So what are your guys' shows that you got?
well, he's competing next.
Yes. Yes, all of them.
Yeah, no, I'm literally doing every single one
Every
except
one.
for the Star Spangled Showdown and the Built for Work
Okay.
holiday
Yeah.
special.
Okay.
Yeah. Other
so
than that,
you are doing Shamrock?
Yeah.
He is.
Oh,
he's,
you
yeah,
did
he's
it. Yeah.
competing Saturday.
Nice.
I just finished up
Dude,
my
that
prep
class
last night.
is stacked.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
class is stacked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
The only person
was-
I give a shit about beating is my fucking teammate Zach Lopez. I'm fucking
Oh,
coming
Zach
for you.
signed up
Zach
too.
yeah.
signed up.
Dude.
Yeah, Zach.
Yeah.
is-
This is gonna be a blast. So you
Yeah.
guys are doing
The heavyweight
heavyweights.
class is gonna
I
know.
outdo the fucking
Yeah.
one, like the
the
middleweight.
middleweights. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So-
You guys got to watch out for Isaac Whittinger from.
Okay.
See,
our
we were
gym.
just talking about.
were talking
I was
about
like,
that.
I know that name.
He trains here.
Does
So,
he? Okay.
He was training out of our garage.
Maybe
gym.
that's where I seen the name because
Yeah.
we were literally
Dude.
just running down the list as we
He's
were
a-
driving up,
Yeah.
and I was like, Isaac. I was like, that sounds so familiar.
He's such a humble, quiet, like strong as shit guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's shouldered the 400-pound bag at our gym.
Damn.
He's the first one to do that.
Sick.
It's
That's
crazy.
sick.
And he's 6'5", so
Oh, fuck.
and the bag is like half the size of him, so
Right.
it makes it even more.
How much does he
impressive.
weigh?
He what is he? He's got to be 260, 270.
Okay. So he's pushing the heavyweight.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
is.
he's
He's
a
naturally a
He's a
heavyweight.
heavyweight.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
okay.
I'm like,
he tried to.
damn 6'5". I want to know what this guy looks like now.
Yeah.
Because there's not a whole lot of guys in
No.
the game that are 6'5".
No, there's actually a guy here who just joined. His name is Thane Jackson. He signed up
That
for
sounds familiar too.
Colorado Strongest Man. He might be requesting some people from
Okay.
friends list and stuff.
Okay.
But he's 6'8", 330.
Damn.
Yeah, he's a big
Big old
dude.
fucker, dude.
Yeah.
Damn.
One of my clients was like, dang, they just keep getting bigger and bigger now.
Bro.
Yeah, so
I
he's
mean, when you open a gym, they will come.
Yeah.
yeah, they will. Yeah, and
You
you know
build
who
it,
knows
they will
who
come.
he knows, right?
Yeah, 100%. He's gonna bring
He-
people in.
Yeah, he used to play football for Pueblo for a little bit, so he's an athlete. So
Mm.
he's got that
Those
going.
dang
for him.
footballers, man.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's rad.
yeah.
Okay.
That's cool.
Life's been crazy, man. Just meeting so many new people. And,
Well, that's what
I
the beauty of
bet.
that strongman
Yeah.
is, right?
Well, and especially owning your own gym and
Well, now-
opening it, because now that you guys have a name with a place
Mhm.
that, isn't your home,
right,
people are going to be like,
they're more inclined.
this is legit
Absolutely.
now. Like,
Yeah.
even though you guys were legit before,
No,
the
it's
public
legit,
may
yeah.
not see that as legit.
Oh,
like,
I
because
agree,
now you're just
100%.
like,
Yeah,
oh, this is a fucking gym.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
this
there's-
isn't like, because we'll do garage training.
Oh yeah,
When we
sure.
go to your
Oh, yeah,
house or my
definitely.
house, like
All
it's
day.
just not the same. There's a certain group of people that doesn't mind the
It's an-
garage
yeah,
atmosphere,
absolutely.
you know. And then when you have the facility, it's like, yeah, it's legit
people will
now.
show up and be like, yeah,
Yep.
I want this grungy.
Yeah,
like,
Uh-huh.
just like Thane. He's usually here twice a day, so
no shit.
you know the gym's getting used now. There's
Good.
there's members that would drop by for our Strongman Saturdays.
Mhm.
That well, they weren't members then, but they're members now.
yeah.
Kind of thing, you know. So it's like, okay, they have a place now. I feel like
Yeah.
this is home, you know.
100%.
So yeah, it's been cool.
That's
man.
so cool, dude.
Yeah,
That's rad.
Dude, and your place is awesome.
Yeah,
by the way.
it's
I
sick as
appreciate
fuck.
it.
It's super
Yeah.
sick.
Like when we walked in and I saw all the black, I was
Yeah, it
like,
was
this
ill.
is
yeah, this is
this
nice.
looks like my garage and I fucking love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know, because I have, except for I've got red up top, black down
There you
bottom.
go.
But
nice.
I was like, the black just, it vibrates
Oh, yeah,
for some
definitely.
reason. You know what I
100%,
mean?
yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, it definitely puts you in some kind of focus
does,
mood
yeah.
or something.
Just warehouse
Yeah.
iron on the floor, just
Yeah.
fucking sick.
Yeah.
Just banisters all strong. It's
Yeah.
sick.
The strongman area will be black too.
I know, yeah.
And I think the wood base along the
Oh, dude, it's gonna
perimeter
look
of the
nasty.
gym,
Yeah, it's gonna look
look
sick
nice.
as fuck. Yeah.
Heck yeah, man. It's come a long ways, and it's just crazy to think, you know, for you guys too, because that's kind of your next venture, right?
Yep,
Like
that'll be the next.
the built for war
We're,
gym.
yeah, we're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it takes a
Sure.
lot, man. And
does.
I
Yeah.
think what I would say really helps is collect equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just do that, because
And that's what we've been on the road, like
Yeah.
very similar, like you said. COVID,
Yeah.
COVID started it because
Yeah.
we were just all at our gyms,
That's exactly
and
what
then
started
all of a
us
sudden it
collecting.
was like, well, no gyms are open. Like, let's go to your
Yep,
house. What do you have?
exactly.
You don't have shit. Okay, well, let's fab this.
Yeah,
let's
let's
come up
make
with this.
something,
Let's
yep.
find this. Let's buy this. And then-
Luckily, everybody, we all had weight plates
nice
and
So you
a
just-
barbell.
Yeah.
and then
So
Yeah.
after that, then it was like, okay, Zach, you throw your weight and your barbell in your truck. Come
There
over
you
to my
go.
house.
Yeah.
You grab your yoke. Come
Yeah.
over to my
Yeah,
house.
exactly.
We'll do deadlift, yoke, tire flips.
Nice. I like it.
And it was just like, okay,
That's how
whose
you-
house are we going to now? And that's what we
Nice.
did around COVID.
And I remember watching those videos, to be honest with you. Like,
Yeah.
I remember following you guys early on,
Mhm.
about the same time, 2020,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
You know, because you guys were just kicking off everything.
yeah, that was
2020.
when I just
Yeah.
because
The
I
podcast
just started.
Yeah.
His
Strongman
first
was-
comp was
Yeah.
February in 2020. That
Yeah.
was my
Okay.
like
So, yeah.
third.
Dang.
Like
Yeah,
we
that's
all
crazy.
kind of got started around the same
Yeah.
time because I got started. Let's see, I got started early 19.
Okay.
I had done a Team Tom comp in
Damn, that's
February.
crazy. Yeah.
I did another at Iron Warrior
Right.
before it was Titan
Yep.
in November, and then that's when no, I'm sorry, that was
The-
Bennett in
yeah, then you
November.
did Bennett.
And
Okay.
then that's when I
I
met
know.
him was like a week later. And that's when
Yeah.
we were just like, there's not really like, it's not much of a team atmosphere.
Yeah.
I was
no,
like, let's
yeah.
build a team.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
awesome. And that's what we're hoping to do here too soon, as the dust settles, because there's so many moving parts right
God,
now.
yeah.
So
It's constant.
yeah, and just planning everything between, you know, what we got here, our jobs, and then, you know, still advertising for Colorado's Strongest Man and Woman, making sure those wheels are spinning
100%.
constantly, because that's going to be a fun
Dude,
show,
that one,
man.
I'm super stoked. I am doing that one.
Are you?
Like, I am
Nice.
doing
That's
that one.
dude, that's one to be there
That
for.
one's gonna be an ours.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a title, right?
it
it's
is.
a
Yeah,
title.
you got to have the
Yeah.
title.
And
Right.
and I'll put it out there because I'm gonna do it. Already.
Okay, yeah.
Just because that's been my theme. If
Yeah.
you haven't seen it, I've been just getting my ass slaughtered all year long.
Dude,
Just
that's
doing-
what really
just doing-
makes you grow.
Well,
So
that's I just
understand
been
it.
signing up for pro class. Pro class, like
Yeah.
smallest, lightest, don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So my goal is your pro class in
Okay.
that one.
Yeah.
So it's heavy as fuck,
Dude,
but I
it's
still got
gonna-
a while.
Yeah.
I don't
That'll
care. It's
be
just
in a-
like those shows to me because they're so heavy. It's like as long as I don't zero, like
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
because it's like you've gone through an entire pro class, like
Oh, yeah.
in a real one like that without zeroing it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
That's
what
the
is that
ultimate
building
goal.
you
Yep.
for the next year and the
Yeah,
next year and
exactly.
so forth. So
Staying healthy.
exactly,
Yep.
staying healthy
Don't
and getting
zero.
through that, right?
Yeah,
And
definitely.
and that's like same with him. He's doing the heavyweights, and that's just been our motto. And like going into any of these classes, like
Just really
he's not
push it.
he's not a heavyweight. Same with you,
Yeah.
right? You're not a heavyweight, but
Right.
you'll do heavyweights.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm no fucking heavyweight, but I'll do the heavyweights. And it's like
yeah.
because that's the only way you're going to increase. Like,
Yeah.
you know, same with that, like the
Yeah.
log. If
Yeah.
you're stuck at a number, you might as well not. You know, you're already showing you have that mindset.
But you
of-
have no reason to if the weights aren't hitting that.
Yeah,
comp,
exactly.
you know?
exactly right.
So I'm not, discounting some of the 105s.
Absolutely
coming up.
not. Absolutely not.
I just want to take a different path.
And
a
it's
different approach.
100%
Yeah.
right. We're all taking the paths,
Yeah.
but just different
Yeah.
ones, right? And it
Yeah.
leads for better. And I've noticed my biggest growth was when I did something like that. When you're
Yeah.
not scared to step on a stage,
Yeah.
that most people might
That's a
be,
thing, too.
right? Like they're just
Yeah.
like, well, I'm not ready for that. Well, it's like most of us are that style of like you back us in a corner,
Yeah.
and then that's what's going to bring the greatness out of
Yeah,
it,
for
right?
sure.
Where if it's
Yeah.
comfortableness of like, well, I can already kind of do that on a good day, so I just need to kind of get my technique and I'm good
Yeah.
to go. I'm
Yeah.
done. So
Yeah.
that worriness is gone. It's
Yeah.
when you get the shakes and you get
Yeah.
that fearfulness, and
Oh
it's like
yeah.
I signed
definitely.
up for that. Fuck, people are here. I
Yeah.
got to do it now. So like,
Yeah.
let's go.
So probably to relate to that, probably Sunday Paper was the biggest
Yeah.
for me. That was my biggest
Yeah,
show. So
yeah.
you've done some big shows,
Yeah.
man, and I agree with that. Backing yourself into that corner and
yeah,
taking that approach onto the heavier shows,
Yeah.
the bigger stages, and
that's what I mean.
that's what's really going to push you. you
It
know?
really is.
I think Colorado's Strongest Man and Woman is going to bring
It's-
a huge show.
It's
to
going to
Colorado.
bring people in.
Yeah,
Like,
we got so I went and competed in Arizona just the other weekend.
Uh-huh.
It feels like yesterday. Like all this has been moving so fast, but CJ Pierce is like an under 90 guy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And now he's kind of sneaking his way into the 105s.
Yep.
But I don't know if you saw, he'll be doing the pro class too.
Yep.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah,
I know
so-
the name and I've
Yeah.
seen him. I've never
Yeah.
personally met him or anything,
He,
but yeah.
he promised he would, and that
Okay.
guy's a freak of nature. Man.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's why
it's-
that's the only class I think this year that I'm going to cut to 220
Okay.
just to really
you go.
fuck up the middleweights.
There you go. Yeah.
Because I'm getting so comfortable now being at a heavier weight because
Yeah.
I sit around it this way anyways.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna tune it back just a little
There
bit
you go,
just
yeah.
to go down in there and
There you
really
go.
give it the onion.
Nice.
And I
There
can't
you
seem
go.
to break 215, so it don't fucking matter what class I go to. So it don't matter.
It don't
Okay.
matter, yeah.
Literally,
The-
I cannot get over that
The
weight.
goal is to have $1,000 payout for men and women.
That'd be ill as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really am gonna push for that, and I don't see why not.
I don't.
Yeah,
either.
I don't see why not. We're gonna make some big things happen for the show.
Yep.
Like you guys saw, Gabe Pena will be there.
That's a big deal.
That's
Yeah,
huge.
And
The old Tejon Titan.
yeah. And I'll announce it now. And because I was gonna announce it this week anyways, but Alex Kelly will be a judge.
Okay, sick.
Tyler Stickle will be a judge
Sick.
there. So bring on some cool judges
Fuck
too.
yeah.
Absolutely.
But,
Some guys who have done some shit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And people
and then-
know how to call a rep.
Yeah. Darren was talking about competing, but he and his buddy John, who do World's Strongest Opinions,
Yep.
they might be there.
Okay.
So they're gonna sponsor the show somehow too.
Sick.
So yeah, it's gonna be a good show. A lot
Yeah,
of
dude.
giveaways.
I'm super
things
excited
like
for that show.
It'll be fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it'll
it'll
be
be
good.
at a brewery too, so you can't
Ooh.
beat that.
Yeah, I'm gonna be coming. Literally, I'll be coming back that early that week from Sturgis, so I'll
Okay.
be good
Oh,
on
shit.
the.
Yeah.
I already
You'll be
booked my
good.
Sturgis tickets, and I
Oh.
was like, shit. I was like, but it's cool. I'll be back like that Monday. The show's Saturday, like we're
Okay.
going. So
Gotcha.
as long it'll be my deload week anyway. So fucking-
That's why I'm glad. That's why I'm glad I'm not a delinquent motorcycle rider anymore.
I am till I die.
All right.
No, I still am, but
I know.
Sturgis is just not my place anymore.
I know. I know.
That's
But
funny.
No, but what you got going on here, man, is very inspiring because,
For sure.
I mean, Mike and I have a lot of things in the woodworks right now.
Yeah.
But this is awesome. Like this is a dream that is coming to fruition
Yeah.
very quickly too.
Yeah, man.
Within 3 years, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
seriously.
So
Everybody's been along for the ride. Just-
Yeah.
yeah.
and
cool.
it's been cool to watch on Instagram because
awesome.
we're not always down here in the Springs.
No,
You're more or
right.
less always up in Denver.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it is cool to kind of watch through a third lens,
Yeah,
you know, just to kind
definitely.
of be like, I remember when this guy, first of all,
Dude,
didn't have
yeah.
shit in your garage.
No.
I do remember those
Definitely.
posts.
And then
not,
all of a
yeah.
sudden I'm like, he needs a bigger fucking
Dude,
garage.
I-
Yeah, for
seriously,
sure.
I remember
Yeah.
that. I remember that.
People started telling me that, and then what sparked it, right, is so Isaac Whittinger. He messaged me. He didn't say anything. He just sent me the picture of Spartan Training Systems grand opening.
Okay.
And I was like, Spartan Training Systems. Wait a minute. I know this gym.
Yeah.
So I had met the owner and everything, and we were actually going to collab on something, and it didn't work out that way. That's cool. You know, people have their path.
Yep.
And so they opened up their gym. February 25th was the grand opening, same day as our competition that we just competed in, Linda and I. And I was looking at this flyer, and it's like, this was a powerlifting gym, and now they're offering strongman equipment. So I don't know if you guys remember Mark Sanchez, who competed at Tournament of Titans 3.
Yeah.
Just demolished everybody.
Yep.
Dude's like 28, something like that, can squat 800 pounds.
Damn.
And like, he's a beast of a
Yeah.
kid. So
Yeah.
he wants to bring the strongman into that gym too.
Okay.
So
Okay.
they've offered some equipment over there. And I was like, babe, they beat us to it.
Oh,
I was like, this is crazy. You know, like, we've been starting this for like
Yeah,
3 years.
yeah.
And, you know, our measly little $5 strongman Saturdays, you know, like, and I was like, oh, we got to do something.
Mhm.
yeah.
And, you know, Linda felt so bad. She felt like it was her fault. You know,
Yeah.
and it's like, babe, it's not your fault.
No.
You know, they were planning this a long time
Right,
ago, I'm
right.
sure, you know.
Yeah.
This isn't an overnight
And
thing.
it's not her fault. You know, she is the reason why this is possible, man.
Right.
Her business pulls in the money that we need in order to actually take care of this partially while we work up to breaking even.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and hopefully that's going to happen fast, because we're already almost halfway there. So
Okay.
Well, and that's the tough thing, right?
Yeah.
Because this is more starting off as a passion project.
yeah.
Like,
yeah,
you're not making profitable money off
No.
of this yet.
no, exactly.
And it's tough because going from, and
we're supplying our family and
Oh,
friends
yeah.
with something to do, you
Yeah.
know?
well, and it's
yeah.
like, you guys also have done in 3 years what people have talked about in a lifetime.
That's
And
true.
that's
yeah.
facts.
Because
very
how
fact.
many
Yeah.
people, I don't know very many people besides Brandon really that has built a gym
Fit-
from the
fit
ground
gym.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And
So
I'm
he
not
did the
talking
same
any
thing.
shit on Justin and Katie.
No,
I'm
it's
not
all
talking
work.
shit on anybody. It's all work either
Yeah.
way. But the way that you guys have literally started from literally nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah,
To
basically. Yeah.
The yoke. Right there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the yoke.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tyler. Thanks, Tyler.
And that squat rack.
Yeah.
The squat rack.
The lowly squat rack that barely stands.
But it is super cool to see exactly how the processes came.
It is.
definitely, yeah.
You know, it just
And really, I mean, you guys are built for war. Everybody
Yeah.
knows Built for War in Colorado. Everybody that competes knows Built for
Yeah.
War. So you guys are starting where you need to start, because if we didn't build some kind of community, we wouldn't have
No,
it. We
right.
just, I mean, even just the people who came to help us move, right? Like,
seriously.
that was an army of fucking people who
Yeah.
got it done in 2 hours.
to move a
It's
whole
like,
big gym. Most
I'm
people can't get
looking at
somebody to
this.
help them move a fucking couch.
Yeah.
Like
Like
open
they're
up crazy.
showing up
yeah.
an hour late.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah.
No, but you know, these guys really pulled together in so many different ways. We got a couple people who did some personal loans for us, and because this, seriously, we have the finances to run it. We have the
Right.
equipment, so we got the supply. But in order to get this thing going, we literally needed to reach out. Like, hey, we found a facility.
Yeah.
We want to apply this. We've been talking about it since 2020 that our goal was to be in a facility in 2023.
Mhm.
So now we're here and we're
Wow.
like, we need to do it,
Yeah.
and whatever it takes. And so, like, shout out to a couple of members that really stepped forward financially. And
Uh-huh.
I mean, we can't do this alone,
No,
right?
No.
I mean, everybody's got bills, you know.
Yeah.
It might look glorious and
Yeah.
everything,
Right.
but
Absolutely.
sometimes it's paycheck to paycheck for us too, you know.
Dude, yeah. And it's
So-
that's why I always hate like that self-made mentality.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Because
Fucking
No,
hate that.
I could
sure,
not.
it is you putting in the work,
Right.
but at the same time, you couldn't do it without the people
Absolutely
around
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Absolutely not.
Like,
yeah.
you could never, like, self-made is a yes and a no at the same time.
Sure.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, would it work if you didn't put in all the work and put
Yeah.
everything together?
But who
Yes.
supply it all?
Exactly,
Exactly.
right.
The community is what
Exactly.
comes together and
Yeah.
builds gyms,
Yeah.
shit like
Yeah,
this.
exactly.
Communities, a
Yeah.
good place to not fall back on, but to have trust in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. That too, you know, a good community, a
Yeah.
community built on trust and like relationships that are just strong, you know.
Seriously.
And then that continuing
Well,
to
right.
build the relationship.
Well,
you
and that's
know?
what's just going to make you guys more stronger, more powerful, and just make you bigger and bigger because you're going through the diversity, you're going through the rough
Yeah.
and the fucking tough and the everyday, and it's
Definitely.
just, and that's why it's so inspiring. I love like your whole brand and everything
Appreciate
because
it,
it's
yeah.
the same like our mentality of just like. Just because you weren't fucking handed a silver platter,
Yeah.
and like doesn't mean you can't accomplish anything.
No.
It's just having the fearlessness to fucking
Yeah.
step into it. I want this. you know, it's the oldest bodybuilding
100%.
thing in the world, right? You believe it, you achieve it. Like
Yeah,
you force that
exactly.
shit into reality.
It's
I don't give a
Machiavelli
fuck. Like,
motivation.
right.
Yeah. We all watch that.
We all know
Yeah,
that,
sure.
but it's just so facts. Though.
Yeah,
I mean,
it is.
Literally, if you have a dream and you're willing to put that one foot in front of the other, and you're looking to help and everything else,
Yeah.
and you're not scared of diversity, and you're just
Yep.
fucking push through the
You just keep
forces,
going.
dude, it will help you
Yeah.
and it will work. So
That's why I believe you guys can do it
Yeah.
too, man.
No, I
I'll be
appreciate
there
it.
your grand opening.
No, I
for
appreciate
sure.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's a lot of shit in the woodworks right now. We'll get off.
Oh yeah.
We'll get into it
Yeah.
off of the mic just because
For
we don't
sure.
want to tell a bunch of people about
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah.
I'm telling
Yeah.
you
It's
good
secrets
to-
right now, okay?
Yeah.
there's a lot of shit that's coming
That's
within
good.
the
Yeah.
next 2
Yeah.
years. So
Perfect. That's
But-
a good time frame. I like it.
yeah,
It's
it's just
reasonable,
it's
realistic.
Right.
this podcast has been able to help us get started because we
Yeah.
get to feature people like you. We get
Yeah.
to feature people like Ethan, like Ryan, like
Yeah.
people who are doing it, have been doing it,
Yeah.
and are committed to doing it.
Oh yeah.
and
definitely.
like that's why we wanted to do this because like
Appreciate it,
you
man.
wanted to build a community.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah,
exactly
100%.
what we want to do. We're
Yeah,
all,
it's perfect.
even though we're all kind of
spread
separate
apart.
teams,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
like we're still different kind of
Yeah,
cliques.
yeah.
We're not like the Bloods versus the Crips.
No,
Yeah.
you know,
right.
what I
We're
mean?
building the sport.
Yeah,
for
100%.
sure.
Right.
Definitely.
The main goal.
And then, like Texas Titan himself, he said it, that Colorado is really shaping up.
Yeah.
He replied to one of the comments on our poster that we made for him, and he's like, Colorado's shaping up, man. And I talked to him on the phone, and I was like, Colorado's way too big to not be doing amazing things right now with
Seriously.
strongman.
all the way from
you know?
Pueblo to Fort Collins,
Yeah.
and,
Yeah.
Fucking
Grand
Right.
Junction to Yuma.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean
why
this
not?
this city is called Olympic City. There's
Yeah.
got to be some guys floating around out there,
100%, yeah.
So we're hoping to do that, and I
Yeah.
think like once we host that first novice show here,
Oh, it will, dude.
draw some
It'll
attention.
open it up.
and even Colorado's strongest man. and
Oh,
woman,
dude,
so-
that's gonna be huge.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a big
Yeah,
show,
yeah,
man.
Ah, man, I'm so excited.
No, what you guys have going on here is
It's seriously
fantastic.
so sick, dude. So
Definitely.
psyched for you.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much more you need, but man, this was a lot. It was a lot, right? Like this like I don't know, man. I feel like I just dumped a bunch of stuff on you.
That's what
guys,
this is
but
for, bro. This
yeah,
is what it's for.
Yeah, it like even just the past week, it's like has it been a week? Have we been back in town a week? And I think we have.
I think so, right? Because
Yeah,
I've just seen it from your guys' posts
Yeah,
and stuff like
but,
that. So
time's just rolling by
Just
so
rolling,
quick.
bro.
It's crazy.
It
Yeah.
ain't stopping.
Yeah,
No, and then,
and
yeah.
especially now,
seriously.
and right now I'm back and forth now. Gas is crazy.
Oh, it's
priced,
stupid,
and-
right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I'm just, I think I've filled up like 5 times this week. Just,
I believe
yeah,
that.
so
That's tough.
we're going the
Yeah.
smart route with our security system so that we can lock up remotely.
Oh, there
and
you
stuff
go.
like that. So
Super
that saves
nice.
some trips.
There
Yeah,
you go.
yeah.
Well, summer's coming
Yeah.
around. You guys can get some Vespas and shit.
yeah, that's what I told Linda. Yeah, with a stupid little helmet, like,
Dude,
maybe the one with the ears on it,
Or the
Fucking Scoot.
mohawk, or the little cat ears.
right? Yeah,
Scooter Squad. What's up?
yeah, for sure. Yeah,
I won't be getting on that. That's what put me in the county for a while. So
that's fine.
You're nobody if you haven't run from the cops on a fucking Vespa. Mine wasn't a Vespa. It was a
nobody.
50cc with a flat tire, and I was fucked up on Ambien.
Oh damn!
Don't even get me on the
That's
story.
funny.
So.
mine was a 50 that was bored out to a 100 with a Yoshimura pipe on it.
Sick.
And yeah, dude, I was fucked up on everything other than. Yeah, that was a rough night.
Yeah, I've been there. So, Scooter
That's
Squad all
awesome.
day.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay the fuck away from those.
Yeah. So when are you guys gonna come down and get a session?
Dude, now that you got this
Yeah,
open,
gotta
absolutely.
make one more trip.
I know
down.
we
Yeah.
want to. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, once,
bring
uh,
Zach.
Oh,
Let's bring
Oh
Zach.
yeah,
Let's bring
absolutely.
Zach.
I think what we're gonna end up having to do is we've got another microphone port. We just don't have another microphone yet.
Okay,
Uh,
gotcha.
We're gonna be upgrading a lot of our audio and
Yeah.
camera and all
Awesome.
that kind of shit
Yeah.
here within the next couple of months.
I'm excited for the
Yeah.
process.
So
man. Yeah.
I think,
Like you said, it's a
Definitely.
process too.
Yeah.
yeah, I think
Just
here in the
slowly.
next couple of months we'll come down. We'll get a good training session
in,
in.
and
Yeah.
then after that,
Slap it on the YouTube.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, that'd be awesome.
And yeah, we're trying to get more video based because
Yeah,
we've noticed that a lot of people watch.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
wow, interesting.
Watch to audio is a wild, like,
Really?
50-50.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought that.
I know.
Okay.
People like to watch people talk.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
if you
instead
got
of
the
like-
time, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
I
right.
would too. I guess. You
Yeah.
know, you get to see the smiles. You
Yeah,
get to
yeah,
see
yeah,
the
yeah,
laughter.
right.
And you
No,
get to
that's-
kind of be a part of it.
Yeah,
you
for
know?
sure.
It's like, hey,
Definitely.
sit down.
Yeah,
sit with us.
I'm sitting on daddy's lap.
Always got a space.
So that's kind of what we're thinking.
Yeah.
So we'll
Okay.
we'll come down and fucking
Yeah.
Awesome.
have a little rager.
Dude,
Probably
100%.
I'm excited.
probably end
Definitely.
up lifting and
Oh yeah.
Drinking beer and
I was gonna
deadlifting.
say.
I was gonna say.
Yeah, maybe
Say.
not log, nothing overhead.
What are you
Nothing
talking about,
over
bro?
there.
We gotta get you that 325. What are you talking about?
We'll start with whiskey on that one. Then. Too much of the foam in the belly.
Yeah, oh yeah, no. I'll bring my tequila. Don't worry.
There you
Don't
go.
get you all ready.
Tequila, yeah,
Stop
here we
thinking.
go.
Just lift that motherfucker. Stop
I
thinking.
know, seriously.
Yeah.
That's gonna feel really good once I break.
It
that
will,
barrier.
dude.
Oh man, it's just any PR at this point
Yeah.
because now you actually have to work for it.
Yeah,
It's just
definitely.
getting
Yeah,
me
this
to
is
that next
when
level.
you've hit all your like newbie.
All
kind of
newbie games are out the
PRs,
window. Yeah.
Yeah, I was. Oh man, this record breaker show, man. I keep like thinking back on it. And this show, man, just didn't go as planned, and it's like my readiness just wasn't there that day, and like I should have hit some numbers that I didn't hit, and my
That-
210 circus dumbbell it was locked out just
Yeah.
not long enough.
I know, dude.
Ah,
And that's
man.
the sport,
the
though,
joy
too.
of
You
it,
know what
yeah.
I mean? It's
It
just-
doesn't come easy. You
It
gotta
doesn't,
keep
right?
working,
And then
yeah.
it's putting the lifts in the training,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden it's like trying to put that on show day. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just such a crazy balance.
Oh,
Yeah.
And,
definitely.
like because we've all been there, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like you see
For
it in
sure.
training, you're like fuck yeah, I'm gonna nail this and everything else, and it's like then it happens, like what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, so
No,
like
seriously.
Like,
it,
where was
we
I?
did, like, who, and then you rewatch the
Yeah.
video, like you're a fucking idiot. Like,
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
so
man.
it's just, but that's what brings us back
Oh, yeah.
always, right?
Definitely.
You know, there's always
Gotta stay hungry.
because what would
Yeah.
it be fun if it was one cookie cutter plan and you mastered it and it was done? It's just
Yeah,
the same thing,
wouldn't be
right?
fun, yeah.
It's always changing.
Yeah.
Your bodies are always changing. Unfortunately, the clock doesn't go backwards. We're always getting fucking older, so
Yeah.
our bodies are changing. So the programming,
Recovery changes,
right? The
yeah.
recovery changes. The programming we did 6 months ago doesn't work
Yeah.
now, and now with your stress, with the job, with the kids,
Yeah.
with the this, with
Yeah.
the this. Now it's changing. It's
Yeah,
evolving.
Yeah,
and
so,
so it's,
now we gotta adapt.
you got to
again.
adapt to
Yeah.
that. So, and like to me, it's like, yeah, you could be a bitch and just like whine about it.
Yeah.
And it's like, but as gentlemen as we are, like, it's no, we always push those fucking
Yeah.
barriers.
Yeah.
Bring that bitch. Bring it
Yeah.
on, motherfucker.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I will not quit.
yeah.
Like,
I
it's
want to
so,
leave a legacy.
yeah,
man, you know?
100%.
You
It's,
know, Linda and I were talking about that, like, you know, bringing our daughters up in this gym, and then
dude,
having something for them to watch us build, and
well, right.
you know, every weekend we're doing the Strongman Saturday. It's like, you know, they might not realize what it's for now, but
they will.
you know, they're starting to. You know,
And that's
Well,
what I
and
mean.
you guys are
Yeah.
also leading by example.
Yeah, I
So
was
where do you
just
think
gonna
that
put
they're
it
going
on
to go
that.
from
I was
there?
just gonna
Yeah.
put that.
Yeah,
And there's not
exactly.
enough of that in the world right now.
No,
And I was just talking about
definitely.
him as he's getting ready to have his new one coming up. And stuff.
Yeah,
It's people like
congratulations,
Thanks,
man.
brother.
it's people like this building up kids
Yeah,
nowadays to
That's
learn
what
that
needs.
that
yeah.
needs to be done. You
Yeah,
know, not
yeah.
fucking. It's okay if you're 35 and you live on my couch and
Yeah.
you want to be a YouTuber.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fucking bullshit.
No,
like,
they, you know, it's
you
cool.
know.
And so, like, a big part of this gym is actually going to involve kids. We're going to
Yeah.
do kids strength camp this
see,
summer.
that's huge.
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, those little logs right there. Those are going to be like little logs for kids. We're gonna make
Badass.
some farmers out
That's
of
so
them,
rad,
too.
dude.
We got some more over
See,
there.
that's
but
rad as fuck.
Yeah, so like, yeah, and then bringing up kids around strongman and strong women,
Yeah.
like those are the best.
I was
people
gonna
out
say they're
there
the best
anyways.
people in the world.
Right, yeah.
So, like, yeah.
You
Yeah.
start doing strongman, you don't have enough money to do drugs.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Seriously, facts.
Yeah. Equipment,
Yeah.
protein,
Yeah.
creatine, yeah.
Yeah, all the food that comes with
Yeah.
it. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you're broke.
Yep, yeah,
Constantly.
exactly.
Figure it
Yeah.
out.
I know now that CJ's my coach, and we're really trying to push the body transformation
Yeah.
right now. We're doing a little hypertrophy phase,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
the eating is about to get serious. So
Okay.
looking for a deep freezer. We're gonna
Yep.
be buying meats in bulk.
There you go.
and, like,
Yep.
really getting after it. So if you see me start changing physically,
It's all right,
just
dude.
just know that I'm broke.
I mean,
I'm broke. Yeah.
Just know I'm fucking holding on.
For sure.
That's fucking awesome. Well, we are at about an hour.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
We got everything kind of out and said. We
Yeah.
still got to do a gym tour after
Yeah, we got to
this.
do a gym
so,
tour.
Perfect.
Yeah, give your shout outs, Instagram, coach, whatever you want to do. Now's the time.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm a huge supporter of Shaw Strength and Evolution Athletics. I've always been. So I of course want to shout them out. And then my coach, CJ Allen, he's been doing a great job with things. And my wife, most of all, all of this is not possible without her. And I want more people to know that, I'm the face of it, much like Brian Shaw is the face of his brand. And, I want people to know that, it's not just me. Like you guys were saying, it takes,
you may be the face of it, but there is somebody behind you.
Yeah. So she's my number one shout out.
Absolutely.
I like that.
I love
Definitely.
it. Yeah. What is both of your guys' Instagram?
Yeah.
So she's Sunshine the Strong Woman, and I am Strongman Brando.
Okay.
Yep.
Love that.
So, yeah, she gave me that nickname, so it's kind of stuck. That's what her family calls me.
Okay.
That's all I call you now.
I know. Every time I'm like Brando.
At least, there's so many Brandons out there now. It's
I know.
Well,
I like it.
Well, I'm Brando.
Yeah.
Easy enough.
100%.
It works perfect, and it fits
definitely.
you. So.
Yeah, right.
That's right.
Awesome, guys. Well, I appreciate you. This has been
Absolutely.
awesome.
No, I appreciate you.
It's a dream come true, truly. Like, I know that might sound lame, but starting something like this might be bigger than more people realize. Like this is early in the stages, and I get to be number 30.
That's
on
right.
The show, so
yeah, I was gonna say you're number 30 on the dot, and I mean, there's definitely gonna be more to come.
100%.
Definitely.
So you're gonna have to, build another script for the next one.
Definitely.
We're gonna have to figure out, what else.
Yeah.
Maybe go through some more hard shit.
Yeah.
So that way we can talk about
exactly,
that.
right. Yeah. That's inevitable. I think we'll all have those days, right?
Absolutely. We'll do our last little bit of house cleaning. If you guys want to find Mike on Instagram,
Yep, you guys can check me out the Instagram, michael.lee.music.
if you want to check me out, it is Trotter the Trainer on Instagram.
Ooh,
And
switching it up.
He did.
Yeah,
Trotter the
nice.
Trainer.
Trotter the Trainer.
Flows.
It flows, right?
Yeah.
That's good.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Make sure if you guys want to sign up for personal training or coaching, go to www.builtforwarstrength.com. Go click on that personal training tab. There's going to be 3 different levels on there. Pick and choose. It's up to you. There's 3 different programs on there.
Sweet.
We'll get you helped out. There you can also find our merch, some of the shit that we make, some of the shit that we sell.
Perfect. Might have to buy something.
Yeah.
Sweet.
We've got a few on there.
Yeah.
Nice.
We're going to get even more. That's
Yeah.
another thing that we're
There you go.
going to have to talk about off
Cool.
camera.
Exciting.
If you guys want to follow the team and everything that we're doing with the team or on our Instagram, just go to built_for_war.strength. There you can stay up to date with kind of what we're doing. We're going to get more vocal and busy on that.
Yep.
Other than that,
Yeah. And as always, guys, check out our sponsor, Server Strength USA. Get the hottest gear and get yourself checked out at Premier TRT and Med Spa.
damn.
And Imagine Athletes Gym, Strongman Brando, Trotter the Trainer, Musick. You know what it is.
You know what it is. Before we close out, we're going to do 2 more things. We're going to ask our final question. Do you rather love to win or hate to lose?
Hate to lose. Interesting. I definitely don't hate to lose, so I love to win.
Okay.
And then the reason I say that is because if it were flipped, I actually do love to lose, man. Those are the days where I learn so much. And I know that's probably such a common answer, but I'm going to just rebound right to that because I grasp the most from a loss.
Yeah.
So if that's my choice, then I love to win, man. I go to every show to get that trophy, and
Absolutely.
I think nothing less. There might be those little doubts in my mind, like I might not hit this number, but I go to win.
That's
so
right.
when I do, I mean that's my favorite.
Yeah,
I love to win.
absolutely.
Oh, 100%.
And then final thoughts, and we're going to end it off with you.
Final thoughts.
This one always hits
I
somebody
just-
sideways, so
yeah,
you're good.
I think quickly though, like I just want to say thanks to everybody who's been a part of the Imagine Athletes journey and the transformation into Barratt Strength.
Yep.
The whole rebranding kind of happened just because of the Spartan training systems opening up. Strongman was our roots.
Yeah.
So we wanted to like kind of switch gears where Imagine Athletes kind of would have involved everybody. power lifters, whatever sports, high school sports, things like that. And we just wanted to be the premier spot of the Springs, and we wanted to just get back to the roots. And, so that whole thing happened with the community and everybody behind it. And so I just want to say thanks to everybody that's been a part of it, whether you were here in person or not. I think that everybody showed their respect and support in some way. So I just want to say thanks to everybody.
Absolutely.
Love that.
Definitely.
We're going to end it off on that.
Yep.
Awesome.
Well,
Sweet.
Thank you very much for being on the podcast.
Appreciate it.
It was always nice
thank you
having
guys. Yep. And then, like I always say, train to win.
Train to win.
Like that.
We'll end it off on there.
That's right.
We'll see you guys next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.